today we are talking about my favorite go-to poolside scents. Let's get started. Hello, wonderful people. I hope this finds you happy and healthy. Don't know what day it is. I have kind of lost track of how many weeks we've been doing this now. That's okay, it's okay. I'm still almost sane. I'm filming in my little room today because ISO life, I'm not the only person that lives in this house. So today we are talking about my favorite go-to poolside scents. I had the idea to do this video, and it is a bit of a weird one given that most people are in lockdown, but I was on a Facebook group the other day and somebody asked for recommendations of tropical perfumes that didn't smell like suntan lotion, which kind of got me thinking. I consequently pulled out all the fragrances that I like to wear when I'm on holiday or when I go swimming or when I go to the beach. So yeah, let's get started. So in no particular order, number one is Terracotta by Guerlain. I'm sure most of you would be familiar with this one. I love this scent. This does kind of have a bit of a suntan lotion-y vibe in it though, because it does have coconut in it. It has white flowers, tiara flower, has yellow florals in there as well. Definitely got some coconut. It also has some citrus, bergamot, I believe, in the top, which interestingly, I don't really notice when I spray it on my skin, but if I spray it on a blotter, which I did do, if I spray it on a blotter, I really do notice the citrus in this more. But yeah, so on paper I notice the citrus, but on my skin not so much. It does kind of warm up and sort of meld in with your skin. Anyway, so that's just a really beautiful summer scent, very white floral coconut. It's a beautiful holiday scent. I really like taking this with me when I go away on a beachy type holiday. The longevity is pretty good actually with this. It's got okay projection for the first couple of hours, but I get pretty good longevity. I can still smell this on my skin even after I've been swimming most of the time, but then again I do spray a fair bit of it. The next one is one I picked up last year. It is Guerlain Cologne. Now this has been discontinued, but I think it's still readily available. A lot of people have been talking about this on their spring-summer lists in the Northern Hemisphere at the moment, so I'm sure you'll be familiar with it. I mostly get a juicy grapefruit, a bit of orange. There is a hint of sort of almond in there, which just gives it a little bit of creaminess in the dry down. Not too creamy though, definitely not creamy like this creamy. And I also kind of get a bit of a mintiness about this as well, or maybe a menthol kind of feel to it. So to me, this feels really cooling if I spray it on. It does make me feel fresh and cool. The longevity is not good. I love wearing this one actually, and I'm really sad it's discontinued, but oh well, there's lots of other perfumes out there as well to enjoy. So EDP Cologne by Guerlain. So the next one is Burberry Weekend for women. I just have this tiny little bottle. It's so cute. This is a scent that I always used to smell when I went into a discounter or a pharmacy or something, and I was just killing time waiting for a prescription or whatever. And I would often pick this up, and it took me ages to actually buy this little bottle. And now that I've got it, I haven't really worn it that much, but I'm thinking I'll wear it over the next few weeks because now that I've pulled it out. This is just a really bright, sort of sparkly floral scent. It's a little bit green. It's got some citrus. It's got a heap of florals in there. And it's just really bright. But the citrus that's in this is, I think it's got mandarin in it. So it's not a sharp citrus scent. It's very soft. And I guess it's softened by the florals as well, and possibly maybe a little bit of sandalwood or something in the base. But I don't really know if I have much to say about it. It just is a really bright, happy scent, and it makes me feel good when I smell it. The projection on this is also pretty good. I sprayed this on a strip last night. Where is it? And this morning, and I left them on a bench out in the living room. And this morning when I walked out into the living room, I could smell this perfume. It's because it was on this strip. It's got quite a bit of projection and obviously good longevity as well, because I can still smell it quite strong. I don't even have to put it up to my nose to smell it here. So yeah, just, I think if you're just looking for a happy holiday scent that's, you know, not too complicated and not too heavy, this is a really good one to go for. It's not too sweet either. It's just really pretty. I like it. I'm going to wear this now. The next one is Your Noir by Serge. I had been wanting a bottle of this for so long, and I don't know why, but I just never bought one for the longest time. And this year I finally just decided to bite the bullet and make the purchase. This is a really pretty sort of watery tuberose with, it does have a very prominent coconut note in it. I don't think it goes into suntan lotion territory, but a lot of people say that it does for them. If I was to say this goes into suntan lotion territory, it would be in the sense of you're on holiday, you've been wearing suntan lotion all day, you've come back, you've had a shower, and you're going out to dinner, and you can still smell a hint maybe of that suntan lotion on your skin. That's kind of what this smells like to me. So I don't feel like this is full suntan lotion vibe. I feel like this smells like you're out in the evening and you've been wearing suntan lotion for days, and it's just sort of still a little bit there on your skin, but then you've got the beautiful, watery, light, airy tuberose over the top, and it's just so good. It also has pretty decent longevity for me. I think I probably get about 5 or 6 hours, if not longer. So I think it's pretty good, the longevity of this one. I just love it. It's really, really good. Definitely recommend checking it out if you like tuberose. If you don't like tuberose, you might not like it, but I really love it. In fact, if you don't like tuberose, maybe have a look at it anyway, because it is such an airy, watery tuberose. It's not heavy at all. So anyway, Serge Datura Noir. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Okay, next up is Pacific Rock Moss by Goldfield and Banks. I don't really do aquatic scents very well. They just don't work on my skin. I don't know, I just don't want to smell like seaweed, I guess. I'm a little bit sensitive to the smell of seaweed. So I don't really normally go for aquatic scents. But this doesn't smell seaweedy or like the ocean to me. It reminds me of the ocean because it's definitely aquatic. But it's more citrusy and fruity than a normal, what I would consider to be a normal aquatic scent. And it's also very aromatic. I don't know, it's got some kind of bush or shrub, a note that is supposed to represent some kind of bush or shrub that grows on the Australian coastline in Sydney. I can't remember the name of it now. But so it also has like, it's sort of a citrusy, a juicy citrusy aromatic fragrance. It's really lovely. I really like it. The longevity of this is not too bad, actually. I had heard that this had really poor performance. I still get a few hours out of it. I probably maybe get 4 or 5 hours. It does die down to a skin scent within the first couple of hours. Doesn't project much beyond that. But anyway, I like it. I think it's good. It's not my favorite from the house, but I do love it. I know a lot of people really, really love this scent, so I probably, for that reason, don't need to say too much more about it. Okay, so the next one is Still Life in Rio by Olfactive Studio. I really like this one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It came in a discovery set that I bought. So Still Life in Rio is possibly my favourite apart from Woody Mood from this house, although there are so many good ones actually that this house makes. This one is really interesting. It's a juicy sort of citrus scent, and it's got a little bit of spice in there. I think it's got ginger and pepper, and you do sort of get the pepperiness, but it has yuzu in it, and I really like that. It's really, really pretty. It's light, it's fresh, it's juicy, and it's just a hint of spice. It's really, really nice. I like this. The other thing with this one too is that apparently it has a rum note in it. It doesn't make it boozy, but it does, if I really think about it, it does kind of give me a bit of a cocktail vibe. Yeah. Okay, the next one is one that I only got my hands on finally last year, is Premier Figuier by L'artisan Parfeumer. This is my favourite fig scent. This smells like the whole fig tree, basically. You can smell, and in fact the fruit of the fig is not hugely prominent in this. That kind of takes a bit of a backseat. Oh, hang on, I'll turn the label around. That kind of takes a bit of a backseat to the greenness of the actual plant in here. So yeah, it smells really green. It smells figgy and fresh and woody, and it does have kind of a slight milky note to it. It's kind of like when you break the fig off the branch and you get that sort of milky sap that comes out. That's kind of the milkiness that's in there, which I guess makes sense because, as I said, this feels like this is based on the whole tree rather than just the fig fruit itself. I don't think it lasts very long, unfortunately. It doesn't have great longevity, and it's not a massive projector. In fact, I've sprayed this on my skin now, and I still have to get my hand up to my nose almost to be able to smell it. So it doesn't project a huge amount, but I'm okay with that. I really just love the scent, and I'm happy to smell it just for me. Oh, the next one should come as no surprise to people because you know that I'm a bit of an Ormond Jane fan. And so I am including Sampaguita on this list. You can't really read the label, sorry. Based off the Sampaguita flower, which is, I think, the Philippines' national flower. This is a lush white floral fragrance. So, Sampaguita is related to Sambac jasmine, I think, or maybe it's another name. Maybe Sambac jasmine is its other sort of common name. I can't remember if it's the same or if it's just related. But this is a beautiful white floral with, it's not too indolic actually. It's very bright and fresh. So there's definitely some citrus in there. And it also is quite green, but not super green like the Figuier. It's just a slight hint of greenness to it. And I feel like there's kind of almost a soapy feel to this. The texture of it's kind of soapy. It kind of clings. Yeah, anyway, I think it's an absolutely stunning fragrance. It's not my favorite from the line, but I really, really enjoy this. And every time I wear it, the more I wear this, the more I want to wear it. So yeah, anyway, so that is definitely a recommend, particularly if you want a tropical kind of fragrance that doesn't smell like coconut, give that one a go. Okay, so the last one is Vert Gardenia by Tion Reintal. This is a natural perfume. And the story behind this was Tion wanted to make a gardenia fragrance that didn't use the gardenia note. So it's an avant-garde kind of fragrance. It's really, really beautiful, guys. I really, really love this one. It is a natural perfume and it's very lush. It's a lot heavier than all the other fragrances I've talked about today, but it's not super, super heavy like Carnal Flower heavy. I really like this. I have been wearing this in the afternoons, sort of late afternoon, early evenings. It sort of settles me into evening mode because it does have kind of a vintage feel to it. Which I think is kind of a thing with natural perfumes. They do tend to be a bit heavier and have more of a vintage style. This is a stunning fragrance. I'm so glad I picked this one up. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. So, Vert Gardenia by Tion Reintel. So, we've come to the end. So, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the list. I hope that doing this list hasn't exacerbated the sense of cabin fever that a lot of people will be feeling right now. But when I'm in this situation, even though I do now have the luxury to go outside still, if I knew I was going to be locked up in the house, I would want to be wearing stuff like this for me to sort of take me back to holiday mode and being out on a beach somewhere. So that's just how I feel. So yeah, anyway, thanks for joining me and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.